Hi, I'm Melissa. I'm the senior yoga teacher and studio owner here at For the Folk Yoga and Wellness. We're here today doing a collaboration with Logan City Council as a part of their Live Well Logan program. For low cost or free fitness activities across Logan, check out the Live Well Logan page, website link below. Today we're going to focus on a 30-minute beginner flow to get the body moving, to ground back into ourselves and take some time out to find your calm. Let's get started. We're going to start sitting comfortably on our mat. So it might be in a cross-legged position. You might like to have your legs extended out in front. Just find a position where you can feel that evenness through your body without any stress on the knees. We're going to close our eyes down and take a nice deep breath. As we inhale, we're going to find that length up through the spine. And as we exhale, we're going to allow some softness through the face, shoulders, chest, and the belly. Giving yourself permission to be present, to be here on your mat, forgetting about the external noise of what has been or what is yet to come, and allowing yourself to observe your breath. Maybe noticing how your breath is reflecting your current emotional state today. Whether it's short and sharp up in the chest or a deeper belly breath, we're just observing without judgment, accepting it for what it is. And we're going to slowly start to adjust our breath to find some balance in our breath as well. So taking a nice deep inhalation, and as you exhale, see if you can exhale for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can inhale for 4, just in your own time, and exhale for 4. We don't want our breath to feel forced. We want to allow it to become fluid or rhythmic in its own time. So just nice and gently, honoring where you're starting. And focus your attention on those exhalations, grounding us down, helping us to feel more connected. In that safe space here in your practice. Maybe you can keep your awareness on that lower belly. And as you inhale, visualize that breath rising up through the belly, through the rib cage up to the collarbones. And as we exhale, the breath is coming back down to that last contraction through the abdomen. So it's like we're filling up a bucket of water. We're filling up from the bottom all the way up to the top. And exhaling as we're tipping out, all the way down, back to that pit of the belly. And we can feel this gentle rhythm, this natural rhythm of breath. By drawing our awareness to our breath, it allows us to move into the present moment. Allows that softness of mind, of body. And if you can, as we move through our asana practice today, being mindful of the breath, and I'll give you some cues along the way. I'm going to gently open the eyes and just direct your gaze softly to the floor in front of you. We're going to draw the chin down towards the chest and feel that length through the upper back into the shoulders. And with the next inhalation, we can draw the chin up, looking up towards the ceiling. Find that space through the front of the throat, through the collarbones and the chest. And gently exhaling back into a neutral position. We're going to bring our hands into prayer. Draw the shoulder blades back behind the body. And as we inhale, we're going to draw the arms up, extending them up into our prayer pose, pressing the palms together and dropping the shoulders. If that's uncomfortable for you, maybe keeping the hands shoulder width apart. Reaching up, feel that length through the spine. And as we exhale, we'll bring the hands back to heart, maybe following the thumbs. So we'll do 4 more with our breath. Inhale to draw the arms up, feel that lift. And exhale, pressing the palms gently together, getting that activation through the arms. This time as we exhale, we're going to twist over to the right side. So we'll bring that left hand onto the outer right knee and we're looking back over the shoulder, pressing the right hand into the floor nice and close to the body and drawing the navel back towards the spine, protecting our lower back. Notice the breath. And we'll swap sides as we inhale, drawing the arms back up into our extended prayer. Find that length and exhale to the left. You might notice that restriction of breath through the upper body and the twist, so draw it down into the belly. And inhaling, we're going to bring those arms up into prayer again. This time, exhaling, right hand comes to the floor, maybe the forearm. And we're drawing the left arm across the body, opening up through the chest. Maybe you can stack those shoulders on top of each other and gently gaze up into the distance. Or if that's a little bit strong through the neck, we can look down towards the floor. Grounding that left hip down towards the mat. And we can inhale, draw the arms up, and exhale, opposite side. So we're drawing that right hip down towards the mat this time. Just honouring that each side of the body might feel a little bit different. So if you need to make adjustments to suit, just listening to what you need through your practice. And we'll inhale, draw the arms up. As we exhale, we're going to fold forward. Bring the hands to the floor, gently tucking the chin towards the chest. And just reaching to wherever feels comfortable to you. We don't want to overextend in the pose here. We just want to find that openness through the hips. So we can let the belly and the shoulders relax. And slowly we're going to come over onto our hands and knees. So when we're on our hands and knees, we want to try and have our wrists underneath the shoulders and our knees underneath the hips. We're making sure that we're protecting our joints and we're not putting any additional stress here. Coming into our cat-cow. So as we inhale, we're going to tilt the pelvis down towards the mat and inhale, look up. Our chest is drawing up and we're open through the shoulders. Nice and soft through the face. As we exhale, we can tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin and feel that space up through the shoulder blades. Again, noticing the breath. Find that softness if you can. And with your next inhalation, we'll come back into cat. Exhale. And just moving between the two in your own time with the length of your breath. And we just want to feel our way through the spine. Notice any tightness that you're holding on to. Maybe the lower back, middle, upper. And drawing yourself back into that neutral position. So we're bringing the navel back towards the spine, protecting our lower back. And staying here for a breath. Maybe we can push the fingers down into the mat. And as we take our next inhalation, we're going to draw our right knee in towards the chest. Little squeeze. As we exhale, we're going to draw that right heel away from the body. So we're pulling the toes back towards the knee and feeling that length through the leg. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Notice the strength in its own right, the lift through that leg. And if it's available to you, as we inhale our next breath, we can extend that left arm, draw it up and away from the body. Notice the breath. And let's exhale, return to the mat. Just taking a moment to reset here if you need to. And then as we inhale, we're drawing that left knee in towards the chest, little squeeze. And exhale, draw the heel away. Feel that engagement through the left leg. Navel back to the spine. Inhale, right arm forward if you can. Notice the breath. Exhale, beautiful. Just settling here for a moment, we're going to bring those knees out to the width of the mat. And as we exhale, we're going to sit back in child's pose. Drop the chest to the floor, drop the forehead to the floor. And relax the shoulders. Just noticing your breath here. Running up through the back of the body, creating space through the rib cage. And allowing yourself to surrender your chest forward to the mat. Coming back to a sense of calm. Let's inhale. We'll come back into that table position. This time as we inhale, we're going to draw the knee into the chest. Find that little arch in the upper back like we did in our cat. Exhale. Draw the heel away. See if with your next breath, we can open up through the right hip and change the direction of the foot, point the toes away. Let's inhale, draw the knee to the chest, and we're going to step it through for a low lunge. So we're going to Get the right positioning through the feet. Sink down into the pelvis. And if you can, draw the arms up. Relax the shoulders down the back. And feel that lift through the chest. Beautiful. Let's exhale, straightening the front leg, pointing the toes, and see if you can draw your head down towards the right knee. Remembering we're just honouring our body, whatever that feels like for you. You might like to stay up on the fingertips and just focus on the straightness or that openness through the back of the knee. We'll inhale, come forward, back into our low lunge. And back into table. Swapping sides. We'll inhale, draw that left knee into the chest. Exhale, draw the heel away. Let's inhale, open up through the left hip this time, maybe pointing the toes away. And as we inhale, we're coming into that low lunge. Draw the knee through, finding that evenness through the back foot, through the front, and arms come up. Beautiful. And exhale, we'll straighten that front leg, bowing the head down. Let's inhale, coming back into our lunge, and back to table. Just feeling that evenness through the body, we're going to tuck the toes, lift up through the hips, and come into downward facing dog. So in our downward facing dog, we want to have our fingers spread nice and wide. You may stay up on the toes, and maybe walking the dog, just drawing one foot to the floor at a time. Maybe you can ground those heels down. So like we did through our table, we're going to inhale, draw that right knee into the chest. Exhale, see if you can draw the toes away. Inhale, we'll bring the knee into the chest and step through into our warrior two. So the back foot is on a 90-degree angle. We're going to come up, draw the hips out through the side of the mat and introduce the arms. Reaching out. Let's inhale, straighten that front leg. And as we exhale, we'll reach forward, come into triangle, dropping the hand down onto the leg wherever it falls. That left arm, we can reach up towards the ceiling. So we're trying to stack our shoulders on top of each other, hips the same. And we're feeling that breath. As we inhale, we're reaching up. As we exhale, we're grounding evenly into the mat. We'll bring the hands back to the floor, frame that front foot. Let's step back into downward dog. Ground down through the heels. Maybe draw the navel back towards the spine here if you can. We're going to draw our left knee into the chest. Exhale, foot away. Rotate through the hips. Feel that length through the legs as we're pointing the toe. And as we inhale, we'll come into warrior two. Draw the knee through, foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, coming up. And we're looking out into the distance over that extended hand, over the index finger. You can feel that strength evenly through the legs. Let's come into our triangle as we inhale. Exhale, we're reaching forward. Extending the arms, find the space through the shoulder. Notice the breath. And exhale, let's come back, frame that front foot. We're making our way back into downward dog one more time. Settling here. Let's come back into child's pose. We're going to bring the knees down nice and wide on the mat. Relax the feet and sitting back on the heels. I'm going to make our way back onto our bottom now. So as we inhale, we're going to slowly sit back on the heels. And just transition onto the mat any way that you like. We're going to extend our legs out in front. Coming into our Dandasana or our staff pose. Let's just relax here for a moment. You want to feel like your sitting bones are nice and flat. Again, nice and even on the floor. We're going to bring the feet out through the side body. We don't need to overextend through the legs. We just want to feel a gentle openness through the inner thigh. We can rest our arms, and as we inhale, we're going to look up. Find that softness through the face. And as we exhale, we're going to bend from that hip joint and start to fold the chest down towards the floor. Whatever that looks like for you, we can rest our hands wherever we like here and gently tuck the chin towards the chest. Noticing that breath in the belly. This can feel like quite an intense stretch through the inner thigh. So we want to find that position where we get the stretch, but certainly not to the point of pain. So if this is too much for you, you might like to move your feet back in a little closer together. We'll extend those arms out. We're going to reach around to the right side. Maybe drawing the head down towards the knee. Really feeling that length again through the side body. And we'll swap sides, walking back, around to the left. And let's inhale back to center. Walk the hands around. We'll draw our chest down towards the floor one more time. Just relax through the feet. And we'll inhale, slowly drawing ourselves back to sitting. Let's bring those legs back together. You might like to pick them up, move them in, shake them out a little. We're going to come down onto the floor. So we'll extend those legs. We'll bring the hands up to shoulder height, reach the palms forward, draw the navel back towards the spine. And as we exhale, if we can, nice and controlled, we're working our way down, laying on our mat. Relax those shoulders. We can let the hands fall out through the side body, let the feet relax. And just check in with the lower back. You want to feel like that lower back is pressing down into the mat. Shoulder blades nice and flat. We'll gently move through our twists first. We're going to inhale, draw the knees in. You might like to gently rock from side to side. And keeping the knees in towards the chest if you can, we'll extend the arms out. Bring those knees over to the right side. Keeping the shoulders flat in the floor if you can, gently gazing back to the left. You might prefer to close your eyes as we start to wind down. Maybe you need to come back to that gentle breath. And then with our next inhalation, as we unwind, we'll bring those knees back to the chest. You might like to give them another squeeze. And then coming in as we move into our twist. Notice the breath into the lower belly. Inhale, bring those knees back in one last time. Give them a squeeze. Again, maybe a gentle rock side to side. Maybe you'd like to draw some little circles. That massage through the lower back. And let's come into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Down the length of the mat. And allowing yourself to surrender to the mat, allowing the mat to support the weight of your body, allowing that openness through the front of the pelvis, through the chest, as the feet and knees, hands roll out through the side body. There's nothing to do now as we lay in Shavasana. The physical part of our practice is finished. If you like, you can keep your awareness on the sensation of the breath as it moves through the body. Noticing the cool air enter the lungs on the inhalation, spilling out into every cell of our being. And that warm, filtered air through the nostrils on the exhalation, detoxifying, purifying through our blood. Feel free to stay here in Shavasana for as long as you like. Otherwise, we're going to gently make our way back up into our seated pose we took at the beginning of our practice. You can keep those eyes closed. Just resting down through the shoulders. Bring those hands back to heart. We'll draw the thumbs up to the third eye, to that space between the brows, for clarity of thought, to our lips, for honesty of speech, and to our heart, for purity of love. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.